I am Olivia Nyarko Mensah. I am presenting on partners in the suffering, African male spouses' stories and experiences living with obstetric fistula women at the International Continent Society Conference 2021. In this research update, we'll be looking at the background, the purpose, methodology, data analysis, findings, conclusions, and then our references. In our current world, males' involvement in maternal health issues is gradually making headlines. The increasing advocacy role played to eradicate obstetric fistula condition worldwide has seen the essence of male partners to be in the interventional efforts. For the past 3 decades, obstetric fistula has been making headlines and is labeled as a silent killer, a stark canker, and an epidemic in the sub-Saharan Africa as a remarkable maternal health issue. According to the WHO, an estimated 2 to 3 million women and girls are living with obstetric fistula worldwide. And in the sub-Saharan Africa alone, 50,000 to 100,000 women and girls are diagnosed yearly with obstetric fistula, with the highest prevalence being 300,000. In Ghana Health Service also reports that approximately 700 new cases are identified annually. The male partners in their quest to support their spouses and partners have varied experiences and stories to share in their journey. And this research intends to help unveil and understand the male partners' real nightmare world they are going through. However, if you look into literature, there are ample of evidence that surrounds the area of inquiry, especially when the focus is on the affected women and girls. However, there is lack of ample evidence on the side of the male partners in terms of their involvement, their experiences, and the stories that they have to share in the journey of obstetric fistula with their partners. The identified gap in literature has necessitated the need to listen to the stories of the male partners with their experiences, their involvement in the treatment, and then also understand them in the journey of the women suffering from the obstetric fistulas. Therefore, this study sought to help understand the in-depth experiences and stories of male partners who are living with women with obstetric fistula. By way of methodology, we utilized the qualitative approach and incorporated the narrative inquiry in a tertiary hospital in Kumasi metropolis, Ghana. We also utilized the purposive sampling technique to identify 5 males in the spec of August to October 2019. They were in the age range of 32 to 60 years, and face-to-face interviews were conducted. At the end of it all, data collected was analyzed with narrative content analysis. 3 overarching themes emerged from the participants' story when they were telling us their experiences. It includes 1, psychosocial and emotional torture and reality. Deprivation and changes with sexual life. Divorce is an option if resilience to support fail. Going through the themes one after the other, we realized that the theme 1 is connected or is incongruent with Tepo et al. 2020. And one of the participants in the quest to share experience narrated that, I must say that with all the years of experience living with a woman with leakage of urine, it's never been easy at all. It's been a real hassle because sometimes it looks like a mystery to me, watching my own woman leaks to this extent. Yet that is the reality on the ground. In fact, the experience is more than a mental torture and is full of household responsibilities, taking care of the sick wife, the children, and struggling to get some monies for the house, and also ensuring all matters surrounding the experience is kept in private. I tell you, it's never been easy task at all. Sometimes I have to lie about what is happening when I'm questioned as to why I am always doing house chores. Another participant lamented that the reality is that I am talking about a woman who was very beautiful, and whenever she undresses in my presence, I felt satisfied with her. But honestly, as it stands now, I am dying within because I feel bothered about everything surrounding her, but I wouldn't like her to also know what I am going through to compound to her stress. I thought I would be enjoying my marriage with my pension baby and my then beautiful wife, but it's rather unfortunate that it has not turned out the way I anticipated and planned for. Tell me, what will you do if you are in the situation I am now? What will be your thought in such a situation? Wouldn't it have been stressful for you? Another overaching theme that also compounded to the stories was the deprivation of changes with sexual life. And this was incongruent with Mselle et al. 2011, as cited in Table et al. Participant 2, a 42-year-old partner, started crying and said that I'm absolutely tired of this punishment in marriage. It's getting too difficult now because ever since my wife delivered and had the fistula condition, I have been without sexual intercourse for 2 solid years and it's getting difficult. If I tried going close, she complains of lower abdominal pain and sometimes cries. The smell alone few minutes after bathing puts me off from having sex with her. Sometimes she asks me whether I feel for other women or feel for sex, but I could only answer her with another question. How do you see the situation? And we just leave it there. The third overaching theme that was rhyming in all the stories of the 5 participants were the divorce is an option if resilience to support our partners fail. And this was also incongruent with Mselle et al. Participant 5, a 37-year-old, shared his story as, I think I have done my best supporting my wife in this journey, but I am a man who needs a woman to satisfy me. I know she will testify that I have been supported to her so much, going an extra mile and doing the things any man would do for a wife or his wife. But if the condition persists, I have no option than to leave the marriage for another woman because I have no child. But in any way, I will try my best. In conclusion, the African male partners are equally challenged as they are overwhelmed with varied psychosocial and emotional struggles as their spouses live in the obstetric fistula disease. Although they try their best to support their partners, they really are in the ordeal together. It is therefore recommended that the policymakers could help empower these male partners by allowing them to share their stories so that they can help identify strategies to support their spouses throughout the journey. In the light of this, the reasons for the call for fresh initiative approach to ease up the current tension in the quest to eradicate the obstetric fistula condition. Instead of succumbing to the pressures, the partners are advocating that their stories should be heard to be able to help eradicate the Odell obstetric fistula worldwide. Thank you for your attention and bravo.